The subtle creak. Not the house settling, not the wind. It was distinct, rhythmic, directly above. A whisper of movement from a space that should have been silent, empty, and sealed. For weeks, the homeowner dismissed it, a trick of the old house. But the sound grew bolder, evolving from a ghost of a whisper to the unmistakable shuffle of bare feet. A floorboard groaning under weight, not from the floor below, but from the forgotten darkness above their heads. The attic, a realm reserved for dust and memories, had become something else entirely, and the chilling truth was just beginning to manifest. Doubt became dread the day a single, unfamiliar sneaker appeared. Not an old one, discarded and forgotten, but recently worn, lightly soiled, tucked behind a stack of ancient boxes. It wasn't the homeowners, nor their children's. A wave of ice-cold realization washed over them. The air in the attic, usually stale and untouched, carried a faint, metallic scent, a hint of something processed, human. The truth, once a nagging whisper, now screamed. Someone had been living up there, not just visiting, but existing, in the shadows above their unsuspecting lives. But how long, and for what purpose? Panic seized them. Police found nothing, no forced entry, no clear suspect. The sneaker, the wrappers, the faint scent, all dismissed as anomalies. But the homeowner knew. They felt eyes on them. Even after the locks were changed, the attic door reinforced. The fear wasn't just of what had happened, but of what lingered. The chilling question remained. If someone could live in their home, undetected, for weeks, what else had they done? What secrets had they uncovered? And what if they were merely waiting for the perfect moment to return? Their hidden life in the attic, just a temporary retreat before the next, more brazen invasion. The storm was a beast that night, a symphony of wind and rain that hammered against the house, drowning out the world. Perfect cover. The first sign was the sudden, sharp crack, swallowed almost instantly by a clap of thunder, a sound that shouldn't exist within the protective shell of their home. A window, perhaps, succumbing to the gale. But the next sound, a faint, rhythmic crunch of broken glass underfoot, was distinctly human. The power flickered, then died, plunging the house into an oppressive, absolute darkness. And with the sudden silence of the dying electronics came the terrifying clarity of a breath, too close, too real, in the now shattered quiet. The homeowner fumbled for their phone, its screen a blinding beacon in the oppressive blackness. Every creak, every groan of the old house was amplified, transformed into a potential threat. They moved through the familiar space as if blind, heart hammering against their ribs. The living room, once a sanctuary, felt alien. A cold draft snaked through, carrying the metallic scent of rain and wet earth. And then the flashlight beam landed on it, a muddy footprint, clearly defined on the plush carpet leading from the shattered window towards the hall. Not a stray splash, but a deliberate mark. They were not alone. Every instinct screamed, run. But where? The power was out, the storm raged, and someone was inside. A floorboard creaked upstairs, then another, moving towards the bedrooms. The chilling realization hit. This wasn't about robbery. This was about presence. They backed away, inch by agonizing inch, towards the kitchen, towards the back door. The air grew heavy, thick with the unsaid, the unseen. And then a shadow detached itself from the deeper darkness at the end of the hall, tall and unmoving. Not a burglar, but an observer. The true horror wasn't the intrusion, but the quiet, watchful gaze from the unseen predator. The house was quiet, the kids fast asleep. Just another Tuesday night for the babysitter, scrolling on her phone, bathed in the blue glow of the TV. Then, from the baby monitor, a soft, unfamiliar sound. Not the baby stirring, not the house settling. A low, rhythmic breathing. Too deep, too steady for a child. And the soft click of a door closing. From the master bedroom. An instant, chilling certainty washed over her. The parents wouldn't be home for hours. And yet, someone else was moving through the house. The casual calm of the evening shattered, replaced by an electrifying jolt of pure, primal fear. She froze, phone in hand, fingers trembling over the numbers. Every nerve ending screamed at her. The breathing from the monitor intensified, growing closer, now accompanied by a soft, dragging sound. Footsteps, heavy and deliberate, moved down the hall, pausing outside the nursery. The front door was locked, bolted from the inside. There was no one else who should be here, but the irrefutable evidence of her ears and the terrifying shadow that just passed beneath the nursery door on the monitor's feed confirmed it. Someone was already in. These stories are not just tales of home invasion. They are chilling reminders of the unseen threats that lurk in plain sight. For more unsettling accounts of ordinary lives shattered by extraordinary terror, and to unravel the dark secrets hiding in your own neighborhood, subscribe now.